Hello friends, let's talk about CELPIP writing, and today in this video I will be talking about CELPIP writing task 1. So in CELPIP writing task you generally get two tasks. Task 1 is an email and task 2 is a survey. In this video I will be talking about task 1. So this is writing an email and you're supposed to write 150 to 200 words. Minimum word limit is 150, maximum is 200. So you can write anywhere like 160, 170, 180 and 190. I suggest you, if you don't make many mistakes, so just try to write 180 to 190 words. But if you think you make a lot of mistakes while typing or while writing, so at that time it is just suggested to write somewhere around 150 and 160, because writing more means more mistakes. And if you don't have, obviously just go writing 190 and 200 words. And time that is allowed to you for this task, it's 27 minutes. In 27 minutes you have to do it. Now if I talk about what different type of emails you will be having, so you will be having three different type of emails: formal, semi-formal and informal. So this is first type, formal, then we have semi-formal and informal. So once you have the statement in front of you, make sure you read the situation given, that is at the left hand side of your examination screen, and right hand side they'll give you to whom you are writing and what are the bullet points to be covered. So the very first important thing, read the question very nicely, read the situation, try to understand it. Then the second thing is focus on whom you are writing. Whom means, are you writing to local council, editor, neighbors, class teacher? To whom you are writing? That is the most important part, because that's going to determine whether it is a formal, semi-formal or informal email. The next thing you have to keep in mind is that why are you writing? What is the purpose? So the purpose of writing is most important, and that person must be made clear in the first line of your response. So in the very first line you straight away write the reason, the purpose, why are you writing this email. Okay, so it should be as precise as it can be. The next thing is that after the question there are bullet points given. Generally it is 3, sometimes it is 4 also. So whether you have got 3 or 4, make sure you answer all the questions very nicely and you don't miss even a single one. Missing out responding to any bullet points means you will be losing sufficient points and you won't be achieving your target. Okay, so while typing also keep on just checking with the question whether you answered all the points or not, because sometimes what happens when you start writing, when you start typing, you get so much of busy, so much of engaged into your writing that you forget about the question and you start writing whatever comes to your mind. So that is not an advisable strategy. Make sure you keep checking with the question again and again whether you are going on the track or deviating. That's important. Okay, so now we'll talk about formal type of email. So formal email is something when you are writing to someone you do not know personally. So if you do not know the addressee personally, this is a formal type of email or any official email, I would say. For example, let's say you are writing to local council, you are writing to editor of the magazine or newspaper, you are writing to manager of any restaurant manager, any shopping mall manager, any manager, and event organizer. So these are just a few examples. If you are writing to any of these means this is a formal email. Okay, an informal email we start either with this dear manager, dear editor or dear event organizer. Since you don't know it personally, you don't know him or her personally, means you cannot start writing with the name. So dear editor, dear manager. But let's say you are writing to local council. So in local council, to whom you are writing you don't know, so you cannot say dear local councillor, dear local council. So at that time the best part is, if you do not know to whom you are writing, in fact that you are writing to manager, that also you don't know. Okay, so at that time what you're supposed to do it, you should write to whom it may concern. So that is the best part, either manager, editor. If you know, if you don't know, so start writing with to whom it may concern, then put a comma. Comma is important, not necessary, right? Not compulsory, not mandatory. If you want to put a comma over here, make sure you put a comma at the end also. If you don't want to put a comma, so don't put it at both of the places. Either it must be there both or nowhere. Okay, so after writing any of this, whatever as per the question, you should straight away start writing what is the purpose, why are you writing. But before that, make sure you click twice, you enter twice, so that you will be having a blank line over here, and you will start writing, I'm writing this email. I'm writing this email. Why? So the purpose of email must be explained here. Then whatever the bullet points you have, 3 or 4, you need to answer each and everything in the sequence, and in the end either you say regards or faithfully. It's up to you, both are acceptable, right? But write one, don't write both. Okay, so just regards or faithfully, comma, and your name. Okay, you'll start with to whom it may concern, then first paragraph, reason why are you writing, then answer all the bullet points nicely, then give one closing phrase, and once that closing phrase is over, just write regards or faithfully or Lisa. The closing phrase, when I talk about closing phrase, it can be looking forward to hearing from you soon. Once again, sorry for any inconvenience caused. I await your positive response at your earliest convenience. So whatever is suitable as per the purpose of writing this email. Okay. Then second we have is a semi-formal email. Semi-formal, when you are writing to someone you know, you generally see, but the person is not very close, the person is not your friend or family member. So you somewhere, you have to respect the person in that way. So for example, if you are writing to neighbor, if you are writing to your class teacher, your classmates, your colleagues, if you are writing to any of these, so that comes or that fall in the category of semi-formal email. Okay, so how do we start writing it? We need to write the name of the person. Don't write dear neighbor, dear class teacher, right? Doesn't sound nice. So give the name. You can choose any name. Generally the names are not given, but if any condition, if you find the name is given, you must take the same name. Generally it's not given. Any name like dear Mr. Stevens, dear Mrs. Johnson, any name you can give. Again, you need to enter twice, then start writing the reason why are you writing, answer all the bullet points. In the end it is sincerely and your name Brenda. Again comma. If you write over here, you have to give comma here also. If it is not there, then no. Okay, then your name. So this is how these formal and semi-formal emails are different. Here it's like dear manager and regards, and here it's like dear Mrs. Johnson, sincerely and name. Okay. Now we talk about the last category of email, that is informal. So informal email is when you are going to write to your friends or family member. So any of your friend or family member, your brother, sister, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, anyone. Okay, so how do we start it? We'll start writing this dear grandpa. So don't write dear grandfather. So, okay, so you can use slangs, you can use these kind of words when you are writing this informal. Okay, so dear grandpa, dear mom, dear dad, dear Maria, or it can be hi Maria. It's up to you, dear or hi. So, and here also grandpa, dear mom, dear dad instead of dear mother. So that's not a good idea. Then since it is informal email, you are writing to your family and friends, so you need to give greetings. You need to start something, hi, how are you, how have you been, how life is treating you, I'm absolutely fine, I'm healthy, whatever you want to say, but just make sure you give some greetings to give it a personal touch that this is an informal email. Okay, so I've given this sentence that might help you, but make sure you read the question prompt nicely before using it. So it's like I have been so busy for the past few weeks, and now I finally have a chance to sit down and tell you what's been happening in my life. So might be if you think that you are writing this email, you are writing email to your family member after a long time, so you can start like this. Then obviously all the bullet points you need to answer nicely. In the end, love, comma, and your name. Okay, So I hope this is clear, like how you can write this email, formal, semi-formal, informal, how to start, how to end, where to put comma and all, and everything. Okay, so I think this topic is clear to you. If you still have any doubt, you can just write down your queries in the comment section. I would love to answer all your queries. And apart from that, if I talk about how to use templates in writing task 1 in this email, basically if you have an email for complaint, if you have an email for asking information, if you have an email for suggesting something, and also I have already made templates, so you can visit the playlist and you can check the templates over there. Still, if you are unable to figure out something, to find out where the templates are, you can drop a message in the comment section and I'll forward the link of these videos that would help you in your CELPIP preparation. And if you have not subscribed our channel, I request you to subscribe it, so you will get notifications of all the latest or recently uploaded videos. Do like it and share it among your friends. Keep learning with me. All the best.